Yo, it's Matt Nick Jackson, the Young Bucks.
And you are listening to the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
Too sweet for the love of God, I'm blacking out. I just blacked out.
Time for another round of the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast. This is Too Sweet.
Welcome to the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast. I am Brett Blickmore. To my right is Cody Mallory.
Hello. How is everyone?
To my left is nobody.
No, it's your voltage.
Yeah, that's pretty much it though. Just my drink. Because once again, Vinny cannot make it here. And it's starting, well, we actually took some punishment on
he
him.
took some punishment today, so.
Yeah, so the coveted WCIP championship has been vacated. Vinny relinquished it willingly, actually.
I more told him, you're not getting this today. You don't get it. He tried to send me his predictions, and I said, no.
You dropped the hammer?
I was the one that said it before he responded. I was like, no, you don't get one. He's going to miss it, man. We offered him money to come here.
Yeah,
So-
we did offer him. We
We
money.
don't take a salary here, so it was money from our own bank accounts.
Ugh.
That's all right. Anyway, we got some new things today. We got a new segment today that we're gonna.
Yep, we have a new
Maybe-
segment later on today in history.
Yes, which I'm excited for.
We got
because-
Wheel of Wrestling coming up,
As-
Jobber of the Week, and it's Predictions Week.
Oh.
So the WCIP Championship will be on the line against just me and you, Cody.
1v1, man. It's the showcase of immortals.
The
Oh god,
irresistible force
It's the
against the
immovable
immovable.
object.
Okay, here's something I've never understood. Why is it the irresistible force? Shouldn't it be the unstoppable force? Why irresistible? Can you not resist?
No,
You know, isn't it
unstoppable
weird?
is kind of a like irresistible, kind of like rolls off the tongue. Then unstoppable. Unstoppable is like kind of chunky. If you think about it, say unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Say irresistible.
Irresistible.
Yeah, which one sounds better? Irresistible sounds better. Like it sounds like it rolls off the tongue.
What?
No, because unstoppable is chunky. It's like unstoppable. A bull is hard to like.
Irresistible.
Yeah, if you say it like that. If you
Well,
say
yeah, if you say unstoppable like that.
No, irresistible force meets the immovable object. It sounds better, and plus it's alliteration with the eyes too. Immovable and irresistible.
I don't know. I don't like it. It's just sounds
great
clunky
slogan.
to me.
It's a great. That's like saying I'm loving it. You're arguing that. It's a good slogan. It's not as good though, but it's good.
What is going on?
You wanted to talk about it.
I just think it's weird. It should be the
It's a fine slogan.
it should be the unstoppable force.
It sounds fine. You're the. Let's just
It should
start.
be.
You're already.
So also,
we're 2
if
minutes into this.
you are listening on SoundCloud, iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, possibly TuneIn, Player FM, any of those, you can also watch us on YouTube. And if you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for checking this out. But this is the first ever video podcast that we're also putting up on iTunes.
I've been working on this, trying to get that. Not didn't set it up. Let me.
Yeah,
finish.
I was like, you have not been working on this.
My idea. This has been my idea for a while now. Is to
Uh-huh.
do this, and it's finally coming into fruition. So
Yeah.
SAT word there. But anyway, we also got the website coming in too.
Yeah, that hasn't been published yet, but we do have a website coming in.
Probably like within a day of doing it. I'll probably be doing it by Friday. By Friday, we should have the Too Sweet podcast out.
By tomorrow.
Yeah, this comes out there. Yeah.
Yep.
So by Friday, this should be out. The website should be ready to go. I've been working on it. Our friend Taylor, Taylor, he opened it because he does that stuff. He designed it. I've been just editing a lot of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not a lot of the more the content more than the actual the facial stuff of it, the frontal thing of it. But we're getting some new stuff on there. We're gonna do some blogs, mainly by me and some Vinny.
We'll see about that.
We'll see about that. But I'll do mainly most of that. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I might.
A lot of cool things happening in the Too Sweet Wrestling podcast world right now. But there's a lot of cool things happening. Let's go into the week of wrestling.
That was a good
shall we?
segment. All right.
Yeah, segue. So Monday Night Raw. Interesting choice.
Oh no, it was great.
I mean, so the gauntlet match. Let's just talk about it.
Okay.
I kind of loved it.
Okay. Well.
But
No, you
because
scared me
it was
because
so different.
Because the way you worded it, I thought you were gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna be the one to say it, and then you were gonna say something like it was terrible. No,
it wasn't terrible.
No, it wasn't. I just thought that's what you were gonna say, and I was about to slap you with this mic. But no, it's
Were you?
bet.
Slap me with it?
Yeah, I'll hit you with it. With something stupid like that. That's like what Vinny says with his.
Yeah, but I'm not Vinny. I don't make
If you would have said
hot
that,
takes.
yeah, that would have been a very. Just let's talk about it. The only thing that's bad about it, that I didn't like about it was I loved it. That's the only bad about it was it kind of stole the crowd. After it kind of like the crowd was exhausted by it.
Yeah.
Then
it was just constant.
Which is fine, but then they had 3 more big segments afterwards that people were like, after that it's kind of hard to. They should have opened it up with these 2 matches, and then had the gauntlet match. Like you have the opening promo, set it up, and then have the gauntlet match at the end.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
That way you also have Braun Strowman standing tall at the end of the show.
Instead, the show just kind of fell flat at the end.
Not flat, because it was still a good. Like the women's match was good, although Mandy Rose is still pretty green.
Yeah, that's an understatement.
Yeah.
She's got a great knee, though.
She
can toss that knee around. I'm just saying.
I'm just laughing at the promo she gave. She just she stared at the camera and just goes, "Yeah, I'm so good. Well, they're not even ready for us to fight." And I'm like, "What do you? Stop staring at me! Like, stare at something else."
Staring into.
So she stared at
soul.
it, but didn't show any emotion. It was just like, "Yeah, we're ready to fight," and they don't even know what's coming to them. And then literally a second after she finished, DeVille.
Sonya. It's her and Sarah Logan. You just don't know.
It's the Marty Jannetty's of the group, honestly. I don't remember them. They're very uneventful. But anyway, no, she immediately after had so much emotion, and I was like, "That's it. You're sitting next to her. Just be like, hey, just smile or look menacing or something.
Anything,
any emotions."
So the gauntlet match.
Yeah.
Let's get back on track here.
Roman and Seth.
Yeah, so let's talk about Seth Rollins, because it's almost like a Jericho-esque feat, pinning Roman and Cena in the same night.
I mean, it's less than Jericho's feat, but I get what you're saying, though.
I mean, those are 2 protected guys.
I think, to be fair, The Rock and
I'm just saying.
No, I'm not disagreeing with you, but, I mean, Jericho's was bad. We could argue that for days.
Yeah. I'm not saying one or the other is
No,
better.
it was a feat that I haven't seen since probably that. I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
No, but it started off with Roman. Roman opened the show.
Yeah, cutting that promo.
Yeah, and then I forgot exactly what they were talking about. They were talking about him fighting Brock. He was saying he's the only one that could beat Brock. Because if you don't believe me, then watch WrestleMania. Was it 31 that he fought him in? Yeah,
when he lost.
And then immediately after saying that, Seth Rollins' music comes out, and then he basically goes, "Well, you didn't win that match." And I did. That's why I had the title at the top of the ramp. Yeah. Which is hilarious. I think it's funny.
He was swinging it around.
That was.
I don't know why he does that.
It was his taunt for a while too. He would do that.
Yeah.
It was the stupidest thing. But no, that essentially led up to the first match, which was Seth versus Roman, which went. God, I think that one went almost 20 minutes. I think, if not 25. It was long. It was a long first match. And then
the longest one was Seth and Cena. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because he was selling. Oh, he was killing it last night, selling it. Or Monday night. No, but the way they finished it was kind of cool. I thought it was a botch. Honestly, I was like, oh, and then I realized.
Oh, with the roll up.
Because he rolled it up, and then he rolled it up, and then you know how they try to fake sit down. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He looked like he kind of slipped and not fell on him, but I was like, oh, that's not good. Roman's gonna be pissed. And then I got up, I was like, oh, that was supposed to happen. And then they had some cool spots. There was I don't know what he calls it. He tried to do a jumping knee off the top of the. He tried to do the AJ Styles, how he bounced on the top and then tries to do it, or something like that.
What are you talking about?
It was the move. He did it because it led to a really cool spot that I thought was awesome. He did he jumped and tried to do a move a springboard move onto Roman.
The knee, springboard knee?
Yeah, that he does. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay,
yeah,
that makes a lot more sense.
I was trying to explain it. Yeah,
saying.
He did that, and then Roman just stopped him. He didn't hit him, but he stopped him, and they stared at each other. And I was like, oh, that's intense. That's cool. Because it was kind of one of those I could have just ended your life right there if you would have tried that. And he's like, all right, and then they did move back and forth. But no, it was cool though. He tried to do the stomp thing that he didn't get, the curb stomp. That was really cool.
I think the blackout.
Why do they call it? It's a curb stomp. It's so blackout's actually probably the coolest.
It's not a bad name.
It's honestly the coolest name you could say without saying curb stomp. Honestly, think about it. Think of a better name right now. Top of your head. That's what I thought. All right, thank you.
That's not my strong suit, and you know it.
It's not mine either. I'm not gonna. Anyway, but no, that ended it, and then it was Cena right after that, right?
Yep, Cena came out after that.
And the funny, this is just a petty thing. The funny thing I thought was hilarious that when he took off his shirt finally, he had it
halfway
on
through the match.
he had it on for like 10 minutes. He threw it off, and then literally the guy that caught his shirt was wearing the exact same shirt that he threw, and I was like, oh, I wonder if he aimed for it. He just because he didn't. He just went like and then threw it back. But the only guy that caught it was the guy that was wearing the exact same shirt. And I was like, you don't need two.
Yeah, but one of them is worn by him.
One of them's just sweaty. Is all it is.
Yeah.
No, both of them are sweaty.
Probably both. But one of them has Cena sweat on it, and that goes on eBay, I imagine.
Yeah, the guy was like at least our age, if not older. He's probably older than us.
So Seth not only beats Roman,
he beat Cena
but then
too.
beats Cena clean.
He did I was an FU and AA to him.
Yeah.
That was cool. He set it up weird though. It's
Well,
weird seeing a little guy. Not a little guy. He's not little.
He's definitely not little.
He's all right, isn't he? Is he 6 foot?
No, he's way taller than me.
Is he?
Yeah.
But anyway,
Not way taller,
I meant little
but-
in like the stature of him because he's not jacked. He's just toned.
Yeah,
really
he's
he's
just in
CrossFit
shape.
toned, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But no, seeing him pick up Cena and doing that, I was like, oh, that was really
Oh yeah, he did the Cena.
yeah, the pick up and then
Yep.
put him on there, which is very hard to do. They're very heavy. But yeah, it's weird seeing him beat two. I mean, I'm glad they did it, but I don't know. This just has to live up in the Elimination Chamber. I don't know how they're gonna beat that because that gauntlet match was something else.
Yeah. Well, then so Seth beats Cena clean
And the whole time he's selling like he's exhausted, which
Yep.
they played to perfectly,
because then Elias came out and just straight took advantage of it.
which is what he's supposed to do. That's
Absolutely.
And he beat him up. He pinned him eventually. It was quick. It was kind of quick, but not like overly quick.
It was
wasn't like-
quick-ish.
it wasn't a squash, but it was like what, like 8 minutes, 9 minutes.
Yeah, something along those lines.
And then your boy Finn came out with new colors. By the way. My fault. I should have been ready for that one.
Yeah.
No, he came out new. I liked it. I liked those colors. I
The
liked
red?
The maroon. It was maroon. Not maroon. It was.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was maroon. Maroon was the color. I don't know. It looked like velvet. I said that. Is he wearing velvet?
I've got my new velvet gear on.
You think the Velveteen Dream's upset with him? Is there a heat backstage?
Oh God.
No, but they fought. Finn won that one. Who was left
Okay, I'm
in
not
that?
gonna do that.
Who was the last two?
No, so Finn beat Elias.
Yeah, I knew Finn won. And then
That was, and they've worked a lot. I mean, I remember when I went home for
Miz.
a house show, they were working that show too.
Oh yeah, no,
Elias
they've
and Finn.
been working a lot.
They
and then
worked in NXT. So after Finn beat Elias clean, then the Miz came out. Classic,
chicanery.
yeah, classic Miz Taraj BS.
You sound very upset.
No. It's just the way that Miz has won for years and years, and he'll continue. He beat Roman clean that way,
Not
or it wasn't
years.
clean.
It maybe a year. The Miz has only been around for a year.
Oh, but
He
the
had
dastardly,
Maurice. Yeah.
the
Wait,
dastardly deeds.
is Maurice part of the Miz technically? Then you're right. Then he's been around forever. Then
Is Maurice part of the Miz Taraj?
she's got to be. I mean, she's like valet.
I mean, technically,
she's his valet. Technically, she's just pregnant now. She's a pregnant.
I don't know. Well, I mean, she distracts enough to be a part of it.
We're getting off topic. Anyway,
Yeah.
The Miz after what? I can't. You were. I thought I only
Three-
saw the one. I only saw.
Yeah,
the one.
there was
I
like
reffed it up.
3 distractions.
I reffed it up. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, you taughted it.
What?
You taughted it. Todd, the worst
Oh,
referee
Todd.
in
I thought you said
wrestling
Todd.
history.
I thought you said Tot. T-O-T-E. I was like,
Nope.
what is that?
No, Todd. Go to hell, Todd.
He gets it every time we've gone there. He just gets people.
Damn it, Todd. He's horrible.
He's
the
actually not
worst.
like he's actually a good ref in general, but like they give him so much crap for it. It's just little smart marks going. Just turn around, Todd. There's 8 people in the ring, and you're caring about the one person outside. Todd, turn. That's what you
Get
get.
Daryl, Todd.
And
Please.
Has he taken a bump? I don't know. He doesn't take bumps.
Yeah, he does.
I haven't
He
seen him
takes
take-
ref bumps.
I haven't seen. I think I've seen him take 2 ref bumps. Is that in his contract? He's like,
I don't know.
you know what, brother? No bumps tonight.
I'm sure that's how he talks. So after Finn got eliminated,
And that real quick.
I mean, you only cut off about a half second of that.
Half second of my life
So.
to get back. Boom roasted. No, but then and then the Miz is celebrating, forgetting that there's 7 people in the gauntlet match.
Yeah.
He's like, woo, and then the biggest babyface on the roster.
Is it to that point?
Oh, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'll explain it. All right.
All right.
Do you want to know why I think he's a babyface? One,
Do tell.
One, he's kind of polite to people that he's not facing, if you think about it.
Oh, yeah, he called Alexa Bliss cute.
And he also he was getting interviewed after the match because spoiler alert, he destroyed the Miz, and the Miztourage, which is not really a spoiler.
What? Get out of here.
Oh, gasped. Yeah.
Whoa.
So he destroyed him, did the boot, 1, 2, 3. Not the boot, but the power slam.
Yep.
Walked out there, and Carly Caruso, right? Charlie Caruso comes out and interviews him, and he goes, "Excuse me, I have some unfinished business to do." Casually walks back into the ring and just gives...
I'm not finished with you.
Essentially, but says it so politely to Charlie. He's like, "Excuse me, I have some unfinished business." Goes back, slams him once, looks at the crowd. They're going crazy. Goes, all right, picks him up, does it again. Actually holds him there, sees a fan bring up a bronze. Did you see that? The meme of that? Or that?
No,
meme,
what?
picture? Well, he has him for the second time because he did it twice. He picks him up and he's carrying him around the ring, and then someone picks up a Braun Strowman #1 sign, and he goes and then does it again. So
Nice.
he's the most over babyface accidentally.
Is it accidental? I'm not so sure.
I mean, okay.
I think when
I don't think
Roman
it's accidental,
Reigns,
but I don't think it's purposely accidental. I think it's like not purposely. I don't think it's my bad. I think it's accidental, and if it's on purpose, I don't think it's like fully on purpose.
Well,
it's 50-50.
You know what was an accident when Roman committed 8 felonies. 8 felonies.
Count them. 1. All right. Sesame Street joke. Anyway,
When he committed those 8 felonies, that got Braun over as a babyface, and I think that was an accident. But I think as of late, he's been really playing up to the crowd, and I don't think it's been any accident.
I mean they won him, so I mean Kevin kind of panders to the crowd a little bit. Kevin Owens. I haven't talked about Kevin in forever. I feel like.
Well, that's because the
irrelevant.
storyline has not been good.
Yeah.
He's on the rundown. We'll talk about him.
I know. I see him there.
So let's just move on. That gauntlet match, it was a good idea. I thought
It was 2 hours
was
long.
Yeah, and
2 hours and 5 minutes, I think. Is what it was.
Well, I just liked it because it changed up the monotonous
that's
schedule
fine. That's
of
what you
Raw.
gotta do. I still think they should have switched these parts around, but I mean it's fine.
Yeah.
I understood why they did it. The next one is no one is ready for.
So
You kill me with these names sometimes.
yeah, well, I like to get creative, so sometimes. So moving on, this Asuka promo,
Oh, that's what
my heart.
Because you confused me for a second.
My heart goes out for her because
She tried. Oh, she got scared. She got scared. You see it? I've never seen Asuka scared in the middle. Not scared. That's the wrong word.
what is scared? Yeah,
Not the right word. It's in that category.
What are you thinking?
A little frustrated, but also kind of like really nervous at the same time. Because it's not her first language. We know that she's from.
Yeah, Japan.
I was gonna pick the exact place, but yeah, she's from Japan.
Oh, Osaka.
That's what I was thinking. She's from Osaka, so she's talking.
Watch me be wrong on that. I'm pretty sure it's Osaka.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I'm wrong on a lot of things. It's all right. Anyway, she's talking, and it's just like she's trying to get what she's trying to say, and then she loses it. She lost because they script her, which is fair.
I mean, people lose their promos when English is their first language.
Yeah.
They blank.
I mean, they probably write promos for most people, except for like Cena, Seth, Kevin. Even then,
I'm sure they have like a general outline.
They probably have like bullet points they have to hit.
Yeah.
But I mean, they probably really write like Romans and Oscars because for obvious reasons. But no, you could tell she forgot the lines and then like not stared at the camera, but she like kind of looked at wow, what's her name? Dean Ambrose's fiance.
Renee Young.
Jesus.
What is happening?
I don't know, man. My brain's all over the place. But she's talking to her, and she just like kind of looks at her like, "Help me!" Like her eyes get really big, and then she's like, and then she just says some, not nonsense, but essentially just goes, "And we're gonna fight." And then Renee saved that segment honestly, because Renee's a consummate professional. Why'd you laugh at that? Did I say it like sarcastic?
It's just such a weird expression.
She's just really good at her job. Like she brought it back on tune, and then she got Asuka like, she kind of changed the subject a little bit, and then said something, and then Asuka finished it. She should. I don't know why. If she messes up, she should just go into like Japanese. Honestly, like because like she should say it like aggressively in Japanese though. Like if she's talking about like beating up her in English, like you don't know what you're looking into or whatever, and then like if she messes up because she forgot, she didn't.
Just like I messed up briefly there.
Like she ended the sentence right. So she could have just went in like Japanese if she lost what she said. And then it would still be like, oh, she's intense. You know what I'm saying? And then just go back and then try and remember it. And then, because you probably remember what it was. You're just saying it in English is probably what's hurting her.
Yeah.
I mean, I still think she's great. Though.
I mean, it happens.
Yeah, I mean, the best have done it. The Rock's done it.
What, just froze up on a promo?
Not froze up, but he. Like,
I mean,
he's
remember
messed
the
up.
Miz's debut?
That was bad.
Call.
No, he
Yeah,
says.
He had it on his wrist, right? Yeah, there it
It's
is.
like, and then he just looked up.
Yeah,
Can't get worse
that.
than that. But no, it wasn't bad. I mean, I've seen worse. Just look at any.
What were you gonna say?
No, it's a WCW reference. I just forgot his name. He fought Undertaker at WrestleMania. Let's see how good your knowledge is.
What?
What's his name? He said, if you have half the brain that I do,
Oh, Sid.
Sid.
Sid Vicious.
Yeah, that's the worst. So as long as she doesn't do that, she's fine.
Oh, that was.
Oh, and speaking of pushes, no segment there. Can we talk about Titus Worldwide? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah. So, well, first of all, side note, Apollo Crews is no longer. He's just Apollo. Did you know that?
I didn't.
Yeah, they changed it. Apparently, the shooter for the Parkland. I'm not kidding. I'm pretty sure his last name's Cruz.
It's spelled differently, but yeah.
And
C-R-U-Z.
Vince literally,
That's smart marketing. PR.
yeah. But Terry Crews, the Old Spice guy, was not happy about it, from what I've heard.
The Old Spice guy. Oh, the bald guy?
Yeah.
Oh, no, the guy
big
that's on like
guy.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine? You don't watch that show.
Nope.
It's a good show. It's on Hulu. $8.99 a month. We're not sponsored by Hulu.
No, not sponsored.
Eventually. If we say it enough, I feel like.
I don't think so. I don't think that's how that works.
Worth a shot. Shooter's got to shoot. But no. Can we talk about why this tag team is getting pushed and not the various other ones?
Like the Revival
Luke
or...
Gallows, Carl Sainz, Primo and Epico. Joking. But
Are they still employed?
they're injured. I think Epico has like a bad knee injury. That's why they both went out. Because when most of the tag teams, unless they're charismatic, like if someone got hurt on the New Day, they could still do tag team stuff.
Yeah.
Or they could go singles runs and be fine. Kind of like Revival, they're known as a tag team. You can't separate them, you know?
Mm.
So that's what it is. Plus, they're not in any storyline, so it doesn't matter anyway. But anyway, I don't know why they're booking... I mean, they're booking them fine. Fine, as in they're playing their characters, right? But what they're playing... You know who they're playing the best out of that? Dana Brooke.
Okay,
The best
I
part,
love that.
The best part of Titus World.
I think I said this last week, but I love her gimmick. I thought I would hate it, and now I love it because it just makes fun of all like the sabermetrics and all that BS. You know, like, well, Tim Wakefield's knuckleball is 70% more effective in dome stadiums
or
on Tuesdays.
Or if LeBron dribbles 3 times and takes 2 steps, his shooting percentage goes up 3%.
Yeah, it's
Stupid.
just.
No,
I love it.
I remember one.
love it.
I remember one from, and it's mainly Corey Graves and Michael Cole selling it, which is great. That's what they're supposed to do.
Corey does it the best.
Oh, he did. What did he say the other day? He goes, he says Titus O'Neil wins 70% of the time if he gets more strikes. And I'm like, that's just what fighting is. If you hit your guy more, you're more than likely to win more.
Yeah, and then he said something about
the weather.
The weather, like north of 50 degrees on the Pacific time zone or something.
That Sheamus
Mountain
and
time
Cesaro,
zone? I
Sheamus
don't
and
know.
Cesaro are less likely to win if it's like the temperature's above 50 or something like that. It was good. It was great. Honestly, they're playing it great.
I don't know why they're pushing them though. Against the tag, I mean, there's no.
They've beaten them 3 times or 2 times. Definitely 2,
don't-
maybe 3. I know they've beaten them twice. They're roll-ups. They're not like they don't clean.
I mean,
win.
they still count.
Yeah, but it's taking a little bit away, a less away of a win. If you roll them up, it's not as like grandeur. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
I
You
suppose.
look befuddled.
Well, I mean, it's like, I get it, but I don't understand the booking. I don't get it.
I mean, I understand it because you're trying to book them like evenly, evenly as in the fact.
But
that,
they're
like,
not
The
even.
tag teams. I mean, Apollo Crews.
They shouldn't be even.
Well, to be fair, Titus has been like he's one of the longest, not longest, but the new belts, the penny belts that they used to have. Him and what was his name? They got cut a while ago. Darren Young. Him and Darren Young. They had the titles for a while.
The primetime players.
Terrible. They don't know how to they don't know how to name and or book like minority tag teams. I swear. Think about it. Yeah, they're all
Oh yeah,
terrible stereotypes.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not that hard. Honestly, same thing with speaking of the women, talk about it in a second. We can talk about-
Segues. So the women's main event.
Look at all the women.
That's pretty much it.
I hate it.
I don't
hate the women. I'm saying the way that they do it. Same thing
It's
with the
just
cruiserweights.
they want him on the show,
Which
and
is
so
fine.
they put him in a 6-man
I'm fine if you
tag.
put them on the show. I just hate that they go, you know what? We have 6 women on the roster right now. Look at them. And then they throw them out there in a face versus heel 3v3. They do it with the cruiserweights too. Literally the same exact thing, just 3 faces.
I mean,
versus 3
at least the
heels.
cruiserweights can like go to their strengths, and do
Flippy stuff.
yeah.
Well, the women can do it too, but they didn't give this one a lot of time, honestly, which is not their fault. They had to 2 hours.
they give it some time.
I mean,
Like there was a commercial break in there.
oh, there's a commercial break all the time. Probably give it like 13 minutes, I would say, maybe 15 max.
I don't know.
It wasn't that. It didn't feel like a main event, is what I'm trying to say.
No, it didn't.
Although at the end, it kind of was like a little storytelling, kind of.
Mhm.
Mickey James and Alexa. Because it's nothing interesting, honestly.
I checked out. There wasn't anything compelling there. It was just another way to get the 6 people in the chamber together, and there was no like genuine storytelling, in my opinion. Like the storytelling there was that people are gunning for the title. Like I don't know. I just kind of lost interest in
They
it.
need a mid-card title.
I don't know about that. I just wish
It's
that
not a tag team title. Tag team
they
title.
have absolute money. And I know I'm gonna sound like a indie mark, or not an indie mark, but an internet mark.
Same thing.
No, not necessarily.
They're-
They have money if they just have Sasha turn on Bailey.
I don't know why.
That is a money feud.
The only reason I don't think they're doing that is because I think they want to wait. Because how long has it been since the last match? I know it was Brooklyn.
Since NXT like 3 years ago.
Was it 3? That was 2.
No, 3 years ago.
I mean, maybe they're just because they have a bunch of storylines that can happen right now. They have like the Asuka one and the Ronda one. They want those to be the main story ones. So probably.
Okay, so then
probably,
just have like a blood feud at that point then.
Well, no, because they want those to because if Sasha turns on Bailey, that's going to be a main feud no matter what.
Yeah.
So that's why they're probably waiting. So they want to take fire away from Ronda's or Asuka's push, and I don't want them to stop either one of their pushes right now. So I will wait. Because it's one of those things.
I'm still concerned
you know what it reminds
about
me of? That thing.
what?
It reminds me of a savings account, like an emergency savings account. Let me finish. It's going to make
Okay.
sense in a second. It's there, right? You have it there. You put money into it because it's a moneymaker. Those two won't be a moneymaker when
Yeah,
they turn
it's
it.
a money feud
So
for sure.
why would you waste it when you don't need it? You only need it when, like, let's say after like Asuka and them lose or whatever.
Is it wasting it though?
No, it's not wasting it, but you're holding it, and then like, okay, all these massive feuds that we had planned out, they're done now. You know what? We don't have a big feud now. Like, money, back up, or something bad happens to Asuka or Ronda, like one of their feuds doesn't work out. Like, let's say Ronda's terrible.
I'm still concerned about Ronda Rousey though.
I
I don't know what she's gonna do.
We'll see. I mean, like, let's say that one doesn't work out as well as I hope. In like a year, they're like, nah, this didn't work out. The women's division's going down. All right, Sasha, turn on Bailey. Boom. Instant money, credibility. There it is.
Yeah,
It's there. It's a savings account. It's there to back you up in case you need it, and it's always there
it's
whenever.
an emergency fund.
Or let's say even better, or let's say something that like somebody gets hurt, like let's say Ronda or Asuka gets hurt for WrestleMania, right? Oh, we need a big women's match. Boom. Turn
Yeah,
it.
I see what
Think
you're
of it.
saying.
Pick up what I'm putting down.
Yeah,
It makes sense now that
I'm
I
smelling
explained
what you're cooking.
it. I appreciate the fun.
Let's move on to SmackDown Live. Open the show with a copy paste promo. Just AJ talking about what he's gonna do to.
I still would rather see that than Roman.
At least he didn't call them Cammy. That's dead and gone, as far as I know. I'm pretty sure, unless if I missed it, he didn't call him Cammy. Yeah, that was bad. So anyways, opens the show with that promo. Everyone, I interrupt you, blah, blah, blah. Shane comes out, makes some matches. Owens and Dolph Ziggler.
It is what it is, honestly.
I don't really have a lot of observations for this one.
He's getting money. That's what he's doing. That's what Dolph is doing at this point.
Oh, well, here's an observation I have. So the whole storyline with like Kevin and Sammy kind of coming back together, but not really, even though they were apart for like a week. First of all, this goes back to our good friend of the show, Jake, with his idea of a wrestler with awareness, because Dolph has zero awareness. I don't know if you saw the finish of that match, but it was Dolph beating on him, getting some offense in, and Sami Zayn's music hits. He stops what he's doing, completely just stops what he's doing, and looks at Sammy and Sammy runs to the ring and stops at ringside. Kevin hits him with a super kick. 1, 2, 3.
So he wanted a super kick. Cool.
Yeah.
I missed parts of the SmackDown.
Point is that
homework.
Point is that it just makes him look really stupid.
Dolph. Yeah, well, I mean, he's there just to put people over now. So
I understand
it's a
that, but you
glorified
still
job.
don't.
I get what you're saying.
You still don't want someone.
To be fair,
if you're gonna,
SmackDown was not as good as
if
Raw,
he's gonna
anyway.
use, not as of late, it hasn't been.
Which is fair.
If you're gonna use Dolph to get people over, then you have to make him look credible.
Sure.
You know, I just didn't.
And I remember the U.S. title segment. Well, no segue here. So the U.S. title segment.
Yeah.
They talked about it was Bobby Roode and he was talking to Randy Orton now, right? That's what it was. That's the feud that they're gonna go with.
Well, it was originally Jinder.
I'm happy with that one.
So Bobby Roode came out, basically, again, all interrupting each other. And then a brawl ensued to where Randy threw out Jinder, and then Bobby Roode hit him with a DDT. The glorious DDT.
I hate that DDT so much.
Why?
Because it doesn't.
Tell me.
It doesn't look like it hurts. Like it's the DDT, although it's a transitional move now. It used to be, a finisher. His just looks like he just goes. They don't jump. Half of them don't jump. First off, so it's just like they pick him up and then they're like, it's like a face buster. Is what it feels like. It feels like an X-Pac face buster, just with their head right. Yeah. It just looks terrible.
Oh boy. That would be for those of you watching on YouTube, that would be the Vinny cam when he's here, but no.
But anyway, yeah, but it doesn't look like it hurts. It's his finisher. I don't like it. If you're gonna do a DDT, spike that head. T-shirt, like that. T-shirts all over the place. But anyway,
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I mean, think of the best DDTs. Think of like three. I can think of three off the top of my head. Best DDTs. Jake the Snake Roberts, probably the greatest DDT. His just slot the back hard, bah, done. Dean Ambrose is really good. Not his old one, not the original one. That
Dirty Deeds.
Yeah, but what's it called? I forgot. There's an exact name for it. When you hold the arms like that and do it, because Mick Foley did that too.
What, a butterfly?
Yeah, when you hold the arms,
DDT?
kind of like a Triple H kind of thing, and then do it, but it's a DDT.
Yeah.
And then even I've sullied a little bit on Alexa Bliss's, but even hers looks deadly.
Hers is good.
Hers looks like it hurts at least. I don't
Yeah.
like how she sets it up because it's very obvious how she's gonna set it up. It kind of reminds me.
It catches me off guard still.
It doesn't. As soon as someone's face hits the bottom turnbuckle, oh my gosh, she's going for a DDT right after this, and exactly what happens each time.
It's not always the turnbuckle.
95% of the time, it's the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
She might hit something else, and then she still sets it up.
Like it hits someone or something.
It's not as bad as Alberto Del Rio's that one, but it's close. It's close to.
You mean the foot stomp?
The one that took like 2 years to set up? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
And you have to hold yourself up.
You're just drop it on me. 1, 2, 3. But anyway, no, I just don't like it. I mean, I told you how I feel about Bobby Roode. Great wrestler, good on the mic. He's boring. He has charisma.
He needs to be a heel.
That too. His wrestling is very. It reminds me of like early '90s wrestling. Very boring. New generation wrestling, if that helps signify.
I see what you're saying.
Picking up what I'm putting down.
He's not very flashy.
He doesn't, which is fine. You don't have to do flashy stuff, but he's not the best in-ring storyteller, which is fine. He's not bad.
No, he's not bad.
But he's nowhere near Johnny Gargano levels. Nowhere near even Finn's level. Finn's a really good storyteller. See, they've never been able to see my face when you do stupid stuff. This is my face every time.
I have to. I'm sorry.
I'm glad they can see my face when you do stupid stuff. It's finally happening. And my hand movements too.
Yeah, well,
I still have to explain it for them.
you still need to explain it for everybody.
Anyway,
though.
I just do a sad, disappointing dad face. Is what it is. Like you're chasing.
That's about right.
You're chasing your son, and he spills something on the carpet. You're just like, oh, that.
Chris D'Elia.
Oh my god. Oh, I was watching this special again today. She's so funny.
Yeah. Anyways, let's just move on.
Anyway.
That U.S. title segment was all over the place.
They need to fix that real quick, but.
Well, it's gonna be Bobby Roode and Randy Orton.
Yeah.
That's what it ended up being, even though Jinder's kind of still in the picture. One of the Singh brothers, I just learned.
Like torn ACL, right?
Oh, he just destroyed his knee.
When? That was a hot live show.
Oh, it was on a house show, I think. Yeah.
It's just what it is. How come they never get hurt? This sounds like knock on wood, they don't. But they always get hurt at a house show, never like a TV taping, which is
Not Finn.
He at least won though.
Yeah, he won because he's an animal.
Speaking of animal, I don't know. There's no
That
segment.
was
Speaking of Animal, the New Day are killing the tag team scene. There you go. Keep going.
So the New Day versus Golden Gable. That name has not caught on yet. We need to get that catching on.
Yeah, retweet it, hashtag Golden Gable.
Yes,
yeah.
because Golden Gable is a perfect name that they
is.
just need to...
Well, because he didn't come in as the Golden Standard Shelton. He came in as the OG Shelton Benjamin. Like Kurt Angle.
I mean, but Golden Gable is a good name.
It is if he was the Golden Standard.
I coined it myself.
Well, one, he doesn't have hair, so he doesn't have that golden hair.
That yeah, he had the golden buzz almost.
No, it was like a flat top. It wasn't hot.
Was it?
It was a buzz flat top, if that makes sense. Like, it was like this tall. Like an inch tall. What was it? It was buzzed. It was nice. And then he had the gold pants. Now, he came out with like blue or red when he started this one. So he's OG Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Golden Shelton Benjamin. But anyway, they fought. And yet again.
So Golden Gable yet again gets distracted from, and they should have had a tag and they didn't, and then the New Day cashed in.
I'm waiting for him to turn heel, man. He's got the face.
They are heel.
Are they heel now? Fine. No, have they officially turned heel? Or are they whiny?
They've been.
Are they whiny? There's a difference between whiny and being heel.
I feel like they're heel.
Have they done chicanery yet? No. They're just whiny baby faces, which is the most annoying baby face.
I don't think they are baby faces.
If anything, they're tween. I'll give you a tweener, maybe.
I think they're just heels at this point.
I don't think so. They might be a little bit.
You conceded that real quick.
Yeah, because I'm thinking about it. They probably are.
They're already.
But WWE does not understand how to book either side, so it doesn't matter at this point. So I don't know. And we'll explain later.
So yeah, the New Day are now the number one contenders for the Usos, and I hope they have great matches again. This is a rare case of, this feud that we've already seen is happening again.
I don't want to see it as long, though.
I don't mind it.
I do. I don't mind it.
They're so good.
But I don't want to see them fight 3 more times this close.
3 more times, I understand
I
that.
would see they get maybe 2 max. Definitely 1, 2 max. 1, depending on how the match goes. I don't know what they're going to change it. They're not fighting this. Are they fighting? No, they're not. Not at the Elimination Chamber. That's Raw. Are they fighting at Fastlane for the titles?
Yeah, at Fastlane, yeah.
I could
well, I don't know. I don't know if it's. I'm sure it's for the titles, but I'm not 100%.
Well, I could see them fighting at Fastlane, switching titles, and then maybe switching back at WrestleMania. Go back to back, because that'd be fine. It changes up SmackDown a little bit. It needs it a lot, actually.
Yeah.
But no, it's fine. I really wish Chad Gable would get either hit that title back or go after the U.S. title, be U.S. Chad Gable, play into his Olympic background, not Olympic background, but amateur background. I think he was a national champion.
I would love if it came out that they got the wrong American Alpha. How cool would that be?
This long afterwards?
Yeah.
Just like, oh yeah, by the way, we switched the samples.
Whoops.
Sorry about that, Kurt.
No, the people just like, yeah, that guy in American Alpha, he's your son. And they just assumed it was Jason Jordan. And they're like, no, it's Chad Gable.
Think about that for 2 more seconds, please.
All right.
I
still like that
Think about it.
idea.
I'll be your subconscious. Think about it. Pretend like you're thinking right now. Wow. So Kurt Angle's white. So the person I'm going to choose is going to be the black one, not the white one. That
Where are you going with this?
The fact that I understand your storyline, but it would make more sense than them saying like, "Oh, we got mixed up the samples."
I'm just spitballing here, man.
All I'm saying was just work on your spitballs. They're sloppy. Wet.
All right, so let's move on. So the Riot Squad, I'm just gonna no sell that. The Riot Squad finally wins a match, which it was funny because they literally did the exact same thing that's on SmackDown.
Look at all the women.
Do it one more time.
Look at all the women.
There it is. Yeah, I just
we need to make that a button.
I could make that a button. Well, I just wanted to get the close up of you shaking your head like that.
Because I feel like just Vince is like, Vince, we need one women's time. What do you want to do? Just show them all the women.
Well, have we showed them all the women yet?
We did yesterday. Do you want to do it 2 days in a row? Yeah. Gary.
Whatever.
Gary, get the production ready. All right.
It's just lazy.
I like how Gary's become our production guy.
Damn it, Gary. Well, actually, I don't know if it's lazy. It's just...
It's copy and paste.
Yeah, I don't...
Control V.
I guess it is lazy.
Control C, Control V.
Yeah.
He's not citing his work. He's not like, last night on Raw,
That's like a little lower third on the screen, like credit to Raw last night. But the difference is that the heels won.
Yeah.
Which is nice. Okay, here's a little.
No, you know what? Hold on. You know what it's exactly like? It's when your friend goes, "Hey, I can." He's like, "Yeah, you can copy my paper. Like, just change it up a little bit.
just a little bit.
Just change the ending of it."
Here's my problem. I have the Riot Squad.
What is your problem? The only thing I like about them is that they still have their leader and she can wrestle. Other than that,
Yes. Here's my problem,
I'm
and it's a very minor nitpick. They need to get new music.
I don't know. I feel like it's generic, isn't it? Is it really?
It's not
generic?
that it's generic. Well, I mean it is.
I honestly,
but that's not my
no.
issue.
Oh,
The issue is that it's too like upbeat and babyface.
for a heel group.
Yeah, it's like hi, doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. When really they need to have like sanity music. You
No,
know?
not that rough. That's
Well,
Sanity's crazy.
that's-
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it needs to be a little bit rougher.
You know what
than,
I
like,
want to
the-
see? Oh,
Like
no.
I feel like her song is just like having fun.
You know what I'm upset that they didn't do,
What?
or that they can't do now because Paige is out. Is like, what if like Ruby Riot, like they have some awareness and be like, wait, you guys debuted at the same time? We're better than you, and then we had like a stable versus stable, Riot Squad versus Absolution.
That'd be kind of cool, even though
She's
you know,
too late now. I said it's too late now. 'cause
Yeah.
Paige is injured. But that'd be cool though, because Ruby
I feel
Riot,
so bad for her.
she's still
It's
has a-
rough.
She still has a job though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's
Better
true.
than
She
being-
gets to travel.
Travel is not probably the fun part. It's probably the pay when you're not doing anything. Well, the traveling,
You
I
don't
guess.
think?
But well, she still can talk, so she still talks for them, which is good because
Yeah, they
Dude,
need. They
stop.
definitely. They
We're gonna
need a
beat-
talker.
We're gonna beat you up so hard. Yeah, let's fight. That's as bad as it was. About as charismatic as she was, and I was like, you're lucky that like the only reason you're here. I feel like is even Meg called that out too. She called that Meg watched it
Mhm.
because she watches the women. She goes, yeah, I'm like 95% sure that Mandy Rose is only there because she looks really hot, and I was like, yeah, that's probably true. And I was like, because they probably were trying to do something with Eva, but Eva messed up.
Well, that was supposed to be her gimmick.
yeah, it was a gold though.
Well, no, it was actually Emma was, but then it turned up. Well, this is speaking of copy paste. Let's just move on. Speaking of copy paste, after the AJ Styles Baron Corbin match, which is actually not a bad match. It was pretty good. I mean,
he
it's
did a
AJ
spot.
Styles.
I remember watching the highlights of this one at least.
Mhm.
I was writing a paper. So I remember I saw Baron. He threw him over the announcing table. AJ like rolled over, landed on his feet, jumped back over, and then did like a half phenomenal forearm because he was getting in the ring. And then it was like, yeah, he's the best in the world. Like after that spot, I was like,
That's what did it.
I mean, he already is, but like I was like, he's still there. He still got it. He's almost 40. Is he 40 now? He's still 39, right?
I don't know.
I think he's still 39. I think his birthday's coming up here.
You can hit the old Google machine up for that
Yeah,
one.
I'll look that up real quick.
So the great match. That's not my point with this. My point is that afterwards, the whole everyone come and beat up everybody thing. You know, it's just kind of. And what I mean by copy paste is that we literally saw that earlier with the U.S. title. We saw that last week with Kevin Owens
June
and Sammy.
2nd. He is 40 now.
He's 40.
He was born in 1977, so 40 years. He's killing it for 40 then.
Mm.
He's been married to his wife for 18 years. Good for him. Found that out. I looked it up. It was all there. I mean, you don't see that often.
Good for him.
Yeah, like, good for him. It's hard to keep like relationship, like marriages nowadays.
Oh, he'll go to part time soon. He has to.
I don't. He probably won't. He'll probably be good for. Well, he's kind of doing it now. He doesn't wrestle every week. He wrestles like maybe every other week, if not a couple times a month, which is every other week.
So I mean, it was good action, but I felt like it was just copy paste. That's what that was
fair.
my issue with it.
Yeah, that's SmackDown's been like that lately. It's all right though. It'll get better.
Anyways, I think it's time.
You like that? We don't have a crowd. I'm the crowd.
Yeah, it's time for the wheel wrestling.
It's time for Wheel of Wrestling on the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast.
All right, Cody. I have 5 topics for you,
Oh God.
and you don't have to split them with anybody.
Oh yay.
You don't have to.
You know what this
All
reminds
you
me of?
gotta
You
do-
saying that? It's
What?
like, hey Cody, I have medicine, but the whole bottle is just yours. Great.
What?
Just go on.
Just take the compliment, okay? Do you want Windy City Teas, Can't Handle This, or Invasion Part 2?
Well, just go in a row.
No, you choose.
But the first one.
Okay, we'll do the first
I
one.
forgot what it was called. That's why I said that.
Windy City Teas.
There we go. This is hopefully dirty.
Windy City Teas. No, it is not. So, a man by the name of CM Punk has been trolling everybody the past couple days.
I'm in.
Yeah, he's saying that he's like, people are asking if I'm in, and then
He'll say, I'm in, and then ... and something else, right?
Yeah, he said, I'm in ... And then the Cubs slogan for this year is everybody in. So that's what he's in for, is the Cubs. And he did that on a separate tweet.
Oh, that's great.
From the first one, yeah. So I don't see him. Do you see him making an appearance, is my question.
I doubt it. I mean, I don't see why he would. I mean, they did have to pay him a bunch of money to do it. He's not going to do it for cheap.
Yeah, and plus money's not, it's not their strong suit for this 10,000-seat arena,
Have they filled it up yet?
Well, they don't even know where it's going to be.
What?
Yeah, I'm not kidding. They don't know where it's going to be.
Isn't it when isn't like September though, right?
September 1st.
Why are they doing this?
To prove a point.
Well, they better hope it works, because if not, they're just going to look like a-holes. Who's going to be there? The whole Bullet Club's going to be there, right?
Yeah, Kenny, the Bucks, Cody, Marty. Stephen Amell will be there. So, yeah, the whole gang.
The Arrow guy?
Yeah, the whole gang.
Oh, God. All right. That's...
So he's not going to be there? That's what you're...
I will give it a 5% chance that he be there. That he goes
just
there.
Classic trolling.
Yeah, it's CM Punk. I love CM Punk. Although he is an a-hole. He's a chill dude for the most part. I feel like he's one of those guys that he's fine until you get on his wrong side,
And then
then he's exactly what you think he is.
let's just move on here. Do you want Can't Handle This, The Invasion Part 2, or Mainstream Dream?
Can't handle this.
All right.
That one.
Okay, Can't Handle This. So, Rich Swann got fired from the WWE.
Oh, I'll pick him up in TW.
Ripping pieces. He was a cruiserweight champion. Can we talk about this?
Kinda.
What I wanted to do for this was just kind of look back at, we saw him in NXT in here in St. Augustine.
No, you did. I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there for that? No, I saw him once.
I remember because you tell the story.
I tell the story all the time.
You're like, yeah,
it's so funny.
I yelled at him in the crowd. I wasn't with you. We weren't friends then. It's before I met you.
Oh yeah, briefly.
I think it was a month or two before me.
Yeah, I think so.
It is what it is. I mean, he was alright. He wasn't the best champ. He's not great on the mic. He was good in the ring, kinda. His kick was brutal. That spinning back was nice.
That was good.
Other than that, I mean, his ring was meh. I didn't like his dancing.
He had some flipping
They all
stuff.
do flippy stuff except for Drew Gulak, because he's no flips. The best character in 205. Drew Gulak. He is. He's the most defined character, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, he does have a personality.
Besides Enzo, he was. Well, Enzo's not there anymore, but he was.
Yeah, another ripping piece. So here's to you, Rich Swann. You were a real douche, apparently, and that's why you're fired. I forgot what he did, but I know it was bad.
No, he kidnapped his ex-girlfriend or girlfriend.
Yeah,
or they just broke up and then he kidnapped her or something. It was some weird stuff that people do. Yeah,
good riddance. Cody, do you want Invasion?
Yes.
No.
What's the rest of them?
Do you want Invasion Part 2, Mainstream Dream, or Cheap Heat?
Invasion Part 2.
Invasion Part 2. So, recently on I think Sky News or something, Luke Gallows came out and said that the Young Bucks owe it to themselves to sign to WWE, and that he thinks they could flourish there and they need to when their contract expires in September. Your thoughts? Because you always say that, the Bucks will never sign.
They won't. They make a killing on the indies. And if this show
I feel like it's different, though.
No, not everyone's dream is to go to
It's still the biggest stage there is.
Depending on where you go. I mean, New Japan's the biggest in Japan.
It's the biggest worldwide stage.
Kind of. Like I said, kind of.
What do you mean, kind of?
Besides America, Canada, and Mexico, which is even then it's kind of 50-50, at least in Mexico. Because Mexico has a AAA. That's really big in Mexico.
Okay, but still, WWE still has the most worldwide reach.
Still. I mean, it's not ever... And plus, they literally will make... They don't have to travel. They pick their own schedule, first off. It's essentially the...
Yeah, but I mean, you still... I mean, they
And
did
also-
a deadly trip. They went to Australia, flew
Yeah.
back to LA, and then went to Japan.
Well, the reason it was deadly is because they got delayed forever. That's just why. But that's just the weather it is now. But no, especially if this 10,000 seater thing works out, like if they sell it out, then they don't have to. If they can sell out a 10,000 seat arena by themselves, essentially, by themselves as in like them and like one other person, then no need. And I highly doubt they will. Plus, because no one wants to.
I have a little conspiracy theory.
Hold on, let me finish and then you can do because I feel like it's gonna be long. I feel like it's gonna be long. That's what I'm saying.
It's not.
Oh, it's not. Well, because no one wants to work 300 days a year. Wrestling, that is. People will work 365. But no one wants to work 300 days a year wrestling, doing a bunch of house shows when you can work 100, 110, and make the same, if not more money. You know? That's why WCW got big. Because they'd be like, hey, we'll pay you guaranteed money. You don't have to show up. And you only have to wrestle 100 days out of the year. Boom. I'll take that.
And there's a reason that WWE is the biggest in the world.
I mean, it's the biggest in the world because they cultivated, because they bought out WCW because they didn't book stuff right, and it's a lot of things went into that because they have creative clauses. But you can tell yours.
So my conspiracy theory, I think that Kenny signed that 1-year deal, right? So he'll be expiring in January. The Bucks expire in September.
This September?
This September.
Okay.
So the Bucks will go to WWE in September. Kenny comes in January. They run the show.
It's a bold claim. That sounds.
Wouldn't
like,
that be
that sounds
cool?
like a Cody
Isn't
Brooks.
Isn't it weird that Kenny waited until the Bucks expired he re-signed long enough so he was with the Bucks, and once they expired, it makes sense. I'm really stretching I'm making a leap. I just want it to happen. Can we just get it to happen?
But it won't happen.
You never know. Cody, do you want Mainstream Dream or Cheap Heat?
Mainstream Heat.
That was neither.
The first
It
one,
was
the Heat.
Mainstream Dream
Oh.
or Cheap Heat.
I mixed them together. What's the?
What do you want?
I told you the first one, the mainstream one.
Mainstream Dream. This is just kind of a general. WWE as of late has, in my opinion, been going to try to grab some mainstream following the past, a lot more so in the past couple months. With Ronda Rousey, they're looking at Gronk. They're looking
I
at.
saw that. That was.
There was an article about Kevin Love, possibly. Yeah, just.
What am I gonna do? I can see Gronk just because he's been at WrestleMania.
Yeah, well, and apparently Kevin Love's a huge wrestling fan too. So, my question is,
Why?
well, not just why, but like, is it even worth it? You know,
Brings in money, yeah. That's literally if it
But
brings in money, then yes. Because if you, the more people, that's how the business is run. We love it. We're gonna watch it no matter what, for the most part.
for the most part.
Like 99%, we're gonna watch unless something crazy happens. Like if Vince just comes out and starts dropping the N word, then I'm like, oh, all right, we're probably not gonna watch you for that. We'll still probably watch it, but we'll definitely talk crap. But you get what I'm saying.
so even then,
We would probably stop watching it for a while and then we'd eventually get back into it. Kind of like how they're gonna do with Hulk Hogan. They like pushed him away and then they're like, all right, it's been long enough.
I still don't think he should come back.
Oh, I don't think you should either. It's too late now. There's nothing's gonna pop now that it used to. But it's essentially
No.
what it's. Do you remember how they got big in the first place?
Who's they?
WWE. We've been talking about WWE.
What?
Exactly what they're doing now. Bringing in mainstream people. They brought in a bunch of people.
Oh yeah, with like WrestleMania, they brought in.
That's how they.
Yeah,
Yep. So
I see
just-
what you're saying.
History repeats itself, bud. Not in the same way, because it's never the same of two things, but it echoes. So like, there's certain events like Pearl Harbor's never gonna happen again in the same way, but that event will start a war. Essentially, is what that makes sense. Like that kind of event, like a surprise
No, you
attack.
lost me with that. But
Okay, the exact same way that Pearl Harbor happened, it's not gonna happen again. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
So, but an event like Pearl Harbor, as in a surprise attack that you're not ready for, will happen to another country or our country again, which will cause a war. It echoes. It doesn't repeat. If that makes sense. I lost it. We'll explain
sure.
later.
Yeah, it's all good. So let's.
Makes sense in history.
So the last one, Cheap Heat.
Wait, who is it? Tell me who it is. I can guess what it is.
What do you mean? Tell you?
Is it a person? So go on with the thing. Go on. Sorry.
And it's a topic.
Well, I assume
not
it was
a
about a
person.
person. GP. Did you?
It's about a few people.
Oh, well, then okay.
So, but the main person is a man by the name of Vince Russo.
Oh.
So he called out, or
Jesus.
I don't know, called out.
You know,
Use that term loosely.
When you say Vince Russo says, my first thing is, all right, what do you say now? It's more like...
because it's literally just cheap heat. He's just doing it to
No, you know
get
what it sounds like?
attention.
It sounds like someone about to say, I'm not racist, but... And then they say something incredibly racist. This is what it sounds like. It's like, what stupid thing did he say now? Is what it
Oh, absolutely.
gives me anxiety. What did he say?
So he said that Nia needs to lose weight. Let's just all take a moment to look at Cody's expression right here for those of you watching on YouTube. For those of you listening on iTunes or the audio version, he is face-palming incredibly hard right now.
Jesus Christ. I mean, just...
Speak up.
It's just an asinine thing to say. It is...
And he's like, well, the outfit doesn't do her any favors either.
What does he want her to do?
I don't know.
What do you want her to do? She loves the way she looks, which is fine. I don't have a problem with it.
She's I feel like she's a legitimate monster. You know,
not in that way. I get what you're saying. She's a
wrestling.
monster. The way they book her, she's a monster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And she's believable as a monster.
And she works fine for how big she is.
I agree.
I mean, if it doesn't affect the way they work, then I don't have a problem. Like, I understand if it was like the Big Show when he was. Remember when Big Show was massive when he won the ECW title when he was massive? That's different. You're like, hey, you need to lose weight. You're lasting 5 minutes and dying. You know.
Yeah.
She's not. She can go. She went like 15, 20 minutes the other day, didn't she? And
yeah.
It was a multi-man match, but she still went like 20 minutes for the most part.
I mean, even at WrestleMania,
Yeah,
she
she's
was
still
doing fine.
Yeah, she does fine. I mean, I don't have a problem with her. I think she's attractive. I've told you that multiple times.
I mean, that's not the point.
That's not the point. I know, but that's why I think the point he's saying is that she needs to lose weight to like look better. Is what I'm assuming he's trying to go after.
I'm not sure.
I doubt he's talking about her ring work,
I think he meant she needs to lose weight to be more legitimate.
which doesn't make sense.
I don't.
She
get
looks
it.
fine. She works great.
I just thought it was so ridiculous.
That's
had to bring
why
it
I
up.
facepalm because it's this.
Yeah.
He's an idiot sometimes.
Why don't we debut a new segment?
Yes,
Now I'm gonna play the Cody Books intro.
that's fine
but
because I'm doing it. So
it is you doing it. But it's This Week in Wrestling or
it's
Today in Wrestling.
No, it's today in wrestling. It's today in wrestling.
Today in history or today in wrestling? Today in wrestling history.
There it is.
No one heard that. The joys of live producing.
Jesus.
So,
All right.
tell us, please.
I got 5 massive things today. There was probably about 7 things, but 2 of them weren't important.
And this is Wednesday,
This is just the day.
or this is Thursday.
This is Wednesday. This is 21st when we did the podcast. I did it when we do the podcast.
Okay.
So it's whatever the day before that this comes out.
So this
what
is
we're doing.
yesterday in wrestling.
Yeah, this is February 21st. February 21st in all of wrestling. All right.
Yeah.
So there's 5 major events actually. When I say them, you're like, well, all right. So the biggest one of the biggest ones, is a WCW one. So 24 years ago today, WCW did Super Brawl, which was one of their big 4. And it was the very first Eric Bischoff pay-per-view that he was the sole, not owner, but sole
Like creative.
executive producer of it, which it turned out really well, honestly. The Super Bowl. I don't know. A couple of the matches, I think Hogan was in one of them, I want to say. I didn't look at the card, but it was the biggest one. It sold like almost like 300,000 pay-per-view bucks. It was a bunch for the time. It was like 95.
Okay.
Anyway, all right, 12 years ago. This is a big one. This is one of the bigger ones. 12 years ago,
Yeah.
Dave Bautista gave the thumbs down, the infamous thumbs down to Triple
Really?
H on SmackDown. Yeah,
Huh.
he had both of them, and then
Yep.
thumbs down, powerbomb through the
That was
table.
when he
Turned face technically.
he turned against Evolution.
Yeah, because they
Right?
already turned.
That's what it was?
Because they already turned against Randy when
Yeah.
he beat him, and then Triple H was sitting there with Ric Flair on his side, going, "Yeah, pick SmackDown," and he goes, and then just beat the crap out of both of them.
For those of you listening, he
Did the
did the thumbs down.
triple?
Yep.
I did, all right, and then another big thing.
I'll just be the
Yeah,
audio
you got me,
translator
you got me,
for
buddy.
you.
And then 11 years ago, right,
Mm-hmm.
on SmackDown. Both these were on SmackDown. Or the other one was on Raw. This one was on SmackDown. 11 years ago, Rey Mysterio was added to the WrestleMania 22 card to make it a triple threat with Randy Orton and Kurt Angle by Teddy Long. Holla, holla, holla. That was weird. All right.
This is the Teddy Long. You just start pushing something down. You know, someone make a gif of this. There we go.
But yeah, that's a big event.
It's literally his dance. He just pushes things
air
down.
Just pushes air down.
Yep. It's like you're fanning the ground almost, you know. Anyways, continue.
And then these last two involve The Undertaker, by the way.
All right.
7 years ago, and at the Elimination Chamber, Undertaker got, yeah, right? Speaking of the craziness of it, Undertaker suffered second and third degree burns from his pyro.
Oh, yes.
Yep,
I remember
on
that.
his chest. That's why he said he was pouring water on him the whole time when he was waiting in the pod. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened 7 years ago, and then a year
He
after.
finished it, didn't he?
Yeah.
What an animal.
It's The Undertaker, honestly. The Undertaker could do a lot of things. He had a concussion with Shawn Michaels, and he finished it. Landed straight on his face.
Oh, yeah. Well, he finished the Brock match, too.
He's a dude. Well, he is a dude, but he's like a... he's that dude.
He's a dude.
Yeah, I mean, he's that dude is what I was trying to say. And then 6 years ago, we talked about this all the time. One of the best promos, and not a word was said. 6 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Triple H comes out, stares at The Undertaker. They stare at each other for a second. Looks up at WrestleMania sign. Undertaker looks at him and then looks up. They look at each other, nod. WrestleMania 27.
Beautiful.
Said without words. One of the best promos. That's how legends do it, man. But yeah, that was Today in History. February 21st.
Well done.
I like it. I like doing research. That's why my major is history, if that wasn't obvious. If we haven't talked about it enough.
Yeah, so... No, a lot of things did happen.
I was surprised. I looked
big.
it up. I wasn't expecting that many. But
Yeah.
And there was two other things. There was one of them was a fast lane. There was a fast lane today that I think debuted for the first time. Something like that, but it wasn't. Fast lane's not a big... I didn't see that as a big...
Yeah, well...
It's not a big pay-per-view. And then another one was another pay-per-view that Eric
Semantics.
It's
That's good.
potatoes.
Well, let's move... What? What?
I said potato and I'm going to say tomato, but I said potato.
Let's move on. It is time for the Jobber of the Week.
Time for the Jobber of the Week.
Now, Cody...
You go first. No, go first because I want to know what yours is. I'm really curious.
Well, didn't you say you didn't want...
Yeah,
because then you have to think on the fly.
No, I know what mine is.
So
I know what mine is.
So do yours.
No, go yours first.
All right, I'll do mine. My Jobber of the Week
Time for the Jobber of the Week.
is Bray Wyatt.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Bray Wyatt is the Jobber of the Week. Only for this reason. He had one line in his promo because they were doing another classic, back and forth promo on the Titantron, which unfortunately is losing its steam. It's been losing its steam for a while. He had one line that really did him in and made him the Jobber of the Week. He said that Matt Hardy's words are just empty promises. Bray, you are the king of empty promises, sir. And I don't want to hear that someone else is having empty promises because you've made a career off of empty promises. And of course, I'm talking to the character of Bray Wyatt in kayfabe land. But yeah, come on, man. You should know better than that. If you're going to call somebody out, don't say they have empty promises. That's the last thing. You say he's crazy, say he's foolish, or call him a jester.
Can't say crazy because he's crazy.
Well, I don't care what you say, but just don't call him out for that.
All right, now go
like
to my
that.
face cam.
All right.
Philip?
Cody,
Yep.
who's your Jobber of the Week?
Time for the Jobber of the Week.
Hey, Mandy, do I have to show you how to cut a promo? Because I will. It's not that hard. I could say anything right now, and
it's pretty hard.
It'll be more full of emotion than she gave it. Wow, we are ready to fight you. This is going to be a hard job for you guys to beat us. We're a team. Let's go. Mandy Rose promo. Just try. Just show some emotion. I don't care what it is. Anything is better than, wow, awesome, let's fight. Because I was going to talk about them booking faces and heels, but I've talked about that, I feel like, for the last 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm tired of beating a dead horse. So I'm going to... No, I'm not. I worded that really wrong. So, Mandy Rose, we're going to talk about you instead.
Jobber of the Week.
Jobber, just some emotion. Show anything. Because I know she's dating Otis, right? They're a thing.
What a lucky guy.
Yeah, he's killing
Good
it.
for Otis.
I mean, he's a nice
Shout
guy.
out to you, Otis. If we should start shout outs of the week too. And my shout out of the week is Otis. Congratulations, sir. You did it. You've made it. Let's move right on to predictions. We do not have an intro for this, but the most important thing, Cody's still dying over there.
You look so serious about it. 2, you look like one of those like 1 a.m. infomercials. Like, you you can do whatever you want to do with your life, and then just like go on. It sounded like it was going to lead into an inspirational speech.
Otis doesn't need my inspiration.
He doesn't.
Speech.
He's hype all the time.
Got it.
He's like a bigger Mojo Rawley.
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
No,
Yep.
all I'm saying is I've seen her on Twitter show emotion. I don't know why it's just not hard to show emotion. You know?
Yeah, I understand. It's just
Oh, I saw his Valentine's.
kind of an awkward
He did a
thing.
Valentine's Day thing to her, and I was like, "You go, Otis." I literally out loud went, "You go, Otis," and then I realized I'm by myself saying that, like a weird person.
You go, Otis.
You go, Otis. We're proud of you.
Okay, it is time for predictions and the WCIP championship. There will be a new champion
Guaranteed,
for Elimination Chamber, and it will be one of us.
or none of us,
Let's
or all of us. I'm just
No,
kidding.
it'll just be
of us.
one of us. So Cody,
Hardy. Matt Hardy is gonna win.
really?
Do you think Bray's gonna win?
All right, Matt Hardy. It is.
Yeah.
You've got first match. I didn't even get to introduce it. Is Matt Hardy versus Bray Wyatt?
That's how fast this match is gonna be. It's gonna be Matt Hardy.
I got Bray.
Oh wow. Are you just doing that just to be different?
Yep.
Okay.
Well, also I think it could happen. I mean, he won on Raw 25, and
He's won the last two ones that he's fought Matt.
the last two he fought him once, didn't
He
he?
fought him twice. They had a little skirmish on there.
Oh well, I think Bray's gonna win. I think Matt will put him over.
Pretty good. That's fair. I'll still stick with Matt. Are we doing a different one?
Next
for,
match, what?
Never mind. That's Asuka. Asuka's gonna win. They're not gonna have Nia beat Asuka at the Elimination Chamber.
Next match, Asuka, Nia
I
Jax.
gotta let you set him up. Sorry.
Yeah, you got to let me actually do this. It's Asuka.
Just put it the same thing.
Yeah, it's Asuka. There's
I love
no way.
Nia. I think she's great, but there's no way that she's gonna lose it. If she's gonna lose, it's gonna be at a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam. Other than that, I doubt she'll lose anytime soon.
I don't think they break the streak for a long time.
That's what I'm saying. If they're gonna break
Yeah.
it, it's gonna be at a WrestleMania or a SummerSlam.
Mhm. All right, then the main two matches, the Elimination Chamber. First, the Women's Chamber. We've got Bailey, Sasha, Alexa, Sonya, Mandy, and Mickey James.
So how do you want to do this? Just 1 point, or are we gonna do like the winner?
Yeah, just do the winner.
You go first. I'll do the men's ones first. That way.
Well, why don't we have a tiebreaker too? Because we need a tiebreaker.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I can guarantee. I think me and you.
It's actually your turn to go first.
fine. I think me and you can agree on at least three that aren't gonna win. Right?
It's either
It's gonna be Bailey, Sasha, or Alexa's gonna win.
yes.
Yeah. Those other three
Yep.
are there just to be there. So we're gonna stick with those three.
All right.
See, I could see them taking off of Alexa because they gave it on Sasha, but then she was gonna lose it immediately to whoever she fights.
I genuinely have no idea who I'm picking
For the
this
women,
match.
I don't know for the women. The men, I'm pretty sure on. I don't know the women. I couldn't tell you honestly. No idea. Because each of them have a story if they do it. I mean, because Asuka's probably gonna go after the Raw one, or does she go after the SmackDown one?
No, she's going after the Raw
Does
one.
she go after the Raw one?
Yeah.
Well, then Ronda Rousey's on Raw though, so that's probably what they're gonna do.
What are they gonna do?
Asuka's gonna beat whoever wins at WrestleMania, and then it's gonna be Ronda Asuka, and then she's gonna lose to Ronda. Bad.
Oh.
Yeah. My booking was better. Mine at least had a big massive story in between them, and then they fought.
That would be so.
They fought
disheartening.
Hulk Hogan Ultimate Warrior style at WrestleMania.
That would be so disheartening.
That's
if
fair.
that happened.
Who
are you picking?
I have no idea. I'll go Alexa.
You're going Alexa.
I'm salty about it because she could easily lose it, but I don't see them giving it to Sasha for 1 week or 1 month. Not even a month. Yeah, a month.
I'm gonna also go with Alexa to retain. I feel like that's just the right move.
Yeah.
Um,
You know what you could do? It's not changing my thing. Alexa could win, but you could also have Bailey and Sasha kind of tease that, like.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
We'll see if they do it though.
The men's. It's my turn to go first. This is an obvious one. There is
Braun.
0% chance.
Braun.
0% chance that
Braun.
Roman doesn't win this match.
Well, then we're gonna
It's
agree on
Roman.
everything.
No, we don't.
What's the tiebreaker? The only one we have different is the men.
Yeah, it's gonna come down to that.
We should still do a tiebreaker though.
Oh, we'll do a tiebreaker. Well, actually,
What could be? Yeah, because
no, we won't need a tiebreaker.
no, because look, if I get this one wrong, and I'm different on yours because I don't think it's gonna be Roman.
You don't think it's gonna be Roman?
He's gonna be put in the match, but I feel like they're gonna have Braun win it.
Are you going
No,
down?
no, wait a second, because we can agree on 3 that aren't gonna win it. Miz, Elias, and Seth aren't gonna win it, and Cena's not gonna win it. So it'll probably be Braun, Finn, and Roman. Finn's not going to win it because they won't book Finn.
No,
But
it's unfortunate.
I don't think they're going to... I was in the middle of thinking and you pressed that.
Well, hey, you mentioned it.
Just give me Roman. Fine. I'll go safe. I'll go Roman. I think it's... I personally think it's Braun, but I'll be safe.
Then go Braun.
No, because every time I go with that, I mess it up. So you go with
Go
Roman.
Braun.
No, go put Roman down. I told you to put down.
You don't think Roman's going to win?
I don't, but I understand how WWE works. I would love to see Braun win because he needs to
Do you
win.
think Braun's going to win, or do you want Braun to win?
Both. I think he needs to win, and I also want him to win. But knowing WWE, Roman's going to win. Okay, yeah, put Roman down. We're going to disagree on the Matt Hardy Bray Wyatt one. That's going to be our tiebreaker. We'll have a tiebreaker if you want. No, because we agreed, so we don't need one.
No, well, we don't need one because that is the tiebreaker.
Well, because I don't want to do it and then I lose on that one. I'll be really pissed off.
Then put Braun.
I'm not putting Braun.
Then
No,
you're going to lose on that one.
No, I mean lose on as in like if I put Braun because I was like yeah, and then I lose on that one. That's what I'm because I understand how they're
What-
gonna book Roman to win because that's what they do because they don't know how to book anyone else. Although they should have. Braun
They don't
win.
even know how to book Roman.
I know that's why they're gonna book him to win because they think it gets people excited.
Does it?
No.
Look at that face. No.
Because I want Braun. Braun needs to win. Like he needs to.
You
win
look
it.
so dejected
I
for
do,
everybody listening.
Because I know how they book stuff and it pisses me off.
Mm.
All right, so that's it.
So you're putting Roman.
I'll put Roman. Yeah.
Final call.
What if this one ends in a draw and then
It's not,
all these are wrong?
When's the last time you've been watching a pay-per-view and it ends in
I'm
a
just
draw?
asking. What were we gonna do?
I don't know.
We should do a tiebreaker just in case. Just somehow.
But
it
there's
happens.
not going to be a tiebreaker.
Just do it, just in case. What if this one happens and
literally-
what if this is a double DQ? Then we tie. We're gonna co-own it. We're gonna Sami Zayn and just do a tiebreaker.
A double DQ. All right. What's the first person eliminated from the men's chamber? How about that?
All right. We should do it at the same time though, so we don't have each other's things. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Elias.
Cena.
Oh wow. All right.
All right.
All right. Let's tiebreaker.
Is in. So, and we need to get going. So this has been the Too Sweet Wrestling Podcast. You can find the podcast on iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Player FM, Google Play, and possibly tune in a little bit. Also, you can find it on YouTube. You could be watching us right now or listening. Doesn't matter either which way. We want to thank you guys so much. You can follow me, Brett Blakemore, at B_Blakemore10. Cody, where can they follow you?
Cody Mallory 3232.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. We will see you next week. Until then, stay too sweet.